Hey guys, so hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and today we are working on a quote generating app in Visual Basic. So where we left off, let's run the program again. Excuse me, let's run the program again. Let's debug. You know, all right. So let's see, where were we? We were here. We have our string of multiple um, options basically, and we were generating it on inspiration, love, power, you know, that kind of thing. So what I want to do, it doesn't matter in which order I do this, but I remember that I wanted to do two things. Number one, I wanted to move the author of the quote into a different box and kind of play around with the design a little bit. And then number two, I wanted to make a way where the generation doesn't repeat the same number over and over again. So what we're going to do first, because it's quicker, is we're going to, it's quicker but tedious. No, not really that much coding, but, it's tedious or whatever. I'm going to do the design first. So we're going to shrink this box, which is also going to mean we need to shrink the, oops, that's not what I wanted. Delete that. Okay, back to this. That's what I wanted. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to change the size of this to, it doesn't matter, like, let's do 14. And then we're going to add a new box, view, toolbox, a new label, and it's going to go here. And she's going to be the same font. Oops, this can go. She's going to be the same font. Oops. But we'll leave the size as it is. We also need to text, we'll do zero text. We need to name it. Oh, zero text. No, we don't need anything. We need to name it. Um, what are we going to name it? We're going to name it will be LBL author. And we're also going to take off the auto sizing, false. And then we're going to balance it wherever the other one is. So let's look at, okay, so we really can't see the other one. It's my bad. We're just gonna do this. That probably looks okay. Oh wait, I know I can do. Okay, that looks fine. All right, and what I also want to do with this is I want to make the font be centered on the left side center. So the font alignment, text align, is going to be here, middle right. That's sorry, yeah, you know what I meant. You know what I meant. You knew my heart. Okay, so now let's go back to this and we're going to build this part. So let's just go down in here, dim, stir, inspo, author as string equals, and now we're just going to basically take the authors and move them down. So let's just do, I could copy them, but I'm lazy. We'll just type them. Who's next? Audre Lorde. Great person. Shirley. And then James. I don't really like James Baldwin that much, and I know this is not a literature channel at all in any sort of fashion, but I happen to have a degree in literature. That's like That's what I do, I guess. And I'm just never been a fan of James Baldwin. I really haven't. And it gets me. It gets me all the time. Because people seem to think that I would like James Baldwin a lot, and I just don't really jive with him. I'm much more of a Langston Hughes person. Not that they're like anyone that's better than the other, but I feel like James Baldwin was um too pretentious for me, basically. At any rate, so anyway, here is this string here. We're gonna go ahead and do the other two just because it's gonna be quick and it won't take that long. So let's do the other two before we test it real quick. Sir love, oops, love a author. What? I don't. It's fine. Okay, as I don't know why they don't just automatically capitalize the as and as string, but it doesn't for some reason, and it's very strange. Okay, so Toni Morrison, as I said the last time, if you're looking for a good book by her, The Bluest Eye is great. That if you've never read Toni Morrison, I would read that one first because that one's far better than Beloved, and you'll actually like her if you read The Bluest Eye first. Anyway, so Toni Morrison. Let's do Janelle Monet. I don't really care for her music that much, but she's pretty. Nina, I do care for her music. Um, Susan L. Taylor. I actually don't know who that is. And then Alice Walker. Alice Walker, if I'm correct in this, has a book called um, what is that book's name? Oh my gosh. Am I gonna stop? I have to find this book's name. It has a character called Vyry in it, or Vyry. I don't know how you say it. I said Vyry when I was a kid, but that may not be right. Um, I gotta give you the name of this book first before I do anything else. Alice. Oh, it's the wrong one. What's her name then? Margaret Walker is her name. I don't think they're sisters either. Okay, so I was wrong. Alice Walker did The Color Purple. Margaret Walker is the one I was thinking about, and she did this book called Jubilee, which is a great book. I don't think they're sisters. I think they just happen to have the same last name. Whatever. Anyway, if you're looking for a good book to read, I actually like The Color Purple. It is a LGBT book though. Uh, People don't talk about that very much, obviously, but it is an LGBT novel. So be aware, I guess. If that's a thing that you have a problem with, I wouldn't read it. Anyway, back to the coding. So now we're going to do the last one, and we're going to do Henry, Henry, this Gates, um, Yvette Clark. It's just in my way. Okay. And Angela Davis. Yep. And who's the last two? Right here. Oh, okay. Yoma, is that what that is? I don't know how to say her last name or his last name. I think it's a he. It's she though. Oh, and then Thurgood Marshall. Okay, so we're done with that. And that's to remove all these people from this part. We don't need to have that here anymore. Actually, you know, I take that back. You should have had them there. I'll leave it on one just so we can test the one because I clearly didn't think that one through, did I? Like let's just remove them before I test the program. Good job, kid. Good job. Um, yeah. So anyway, in yours, if you're doing it like the same thing I'm doing, don't remove them yet. Make sure they match up first. But since I already started this project, I'm gonna go ahead and follow through. I'll check it with my I'll check it with my what's this underlined? I don't know why it's underlined. I'll check it with my uh my list. My list right here. A little more annoying, but hey, it'll work. Okay, so now we have this done. Now all we have to do is declare another variable, I believe. Yes. Yes, another couple variables actually, I think. Yeah, okay. Answer row. We'll just do off because I've kind of mucked it up. Um, oops. All right, so now we have all those declared. Now, all we have to do, I keep saying that, all we gotta do is, okay, stir inspo. There. So that's all we have to do. Is we have to go basically do the same thing we did on start inspo quotes. What we'll do is because we're trying to assign the value in our array, I think it's an array. Star inspo author. We want to look for the random number that matches this one and assign that to string inspo auth. Now we've got that done. What I forgot to do is label my quotes. Did I label my button? My new button? My new label? Yes, I did. Label author. So now, last thing we have to do is go lbl author text equals stir inspo auth. This one. I don't like. Is there? I think you tab it over, don't you? To string. Yep, you tab it. Okay, so there you go. So this should be set. That's all you have to add as far as getting the code to work. Should be that simple. So what we're gonna do is we're going to, um, hmm, we're going to just just type it out again. We're just gonna type that again. I can't. I'm too lazy. Love auth. Did I not do it that way? Hold on. Wow. Way to be phonetic there. Okay. Equals stir love author int rand num. Okay. And same thing down here. LBL auth text equals stir love auth to string. Okay. And then last one, we will do stir power auth equals stir power author int rand num. Now, some people don't declare as many variables as I do, but I just find it easier to program it, like process it that way. Once you get better, you can probably shrink it down, but you know, maybe I'm a little bit tedious with it, but it is what it is. You do what works for you, basically. You know what I mean? Text equals stir. Um, sorry, I got distracted. My dog is being strange. Power. Where were we? Off. Okay, so that should be it. We're gonna try that. Let's make sure everything matches right. That author, yes. Auth. I could have done that a lot easier and a lot smarter, but don't mix up your variables. Like if I had to say one thing, like don't mix up your variables. Make them make sense for you. So let's build it and debug it and see what happens. All right, no build. Yeah, no build issues. Built in 2.608 seconds. It's kind of nice. Let's now debug it and see what happens. So let's do the one that I didn't mess up. So let's do love first. All right, so it matches. I could definitely like shrink some of the. You can play with this later. Like this is not that serious, but so the next one's cool, cool, cool. Yep. And then the next one, beautiful. I like that. I want to move it up a little bit. I want to shrink this, move it up, or play around with it. But for the most part, the coding works, so we can like fuss with all of the details later. That's not that serious. So anyway, here you go. That's how you fix that. And I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial, and I will see you guys in the next one.